Hello, everyone. I am sitting here with Team Jeffster, the winners of the second annual Columbia Gorge 48-hour film project. I have some questions for you.
Okay.
See how it goes. So, you got Engerlbert right there. I want to know, this might be more a question for Rachel, how you guys came up with the story idea.
So there was a lot of discussion about the idea. We had a couple of others, but we were throwing those out, and he had said, well, what about the dream you had? So I had this dream about a week beforehand because we were already talking about it because Kathleen had posted on Facebook about the film project coming up. So I was obviously had a dream about it. And in the dream, me and Jamie were fighting over a gnome, and that was the movie that we were doing. And so I told him that, and he was like, okay, well, let's go with that. If we were fighting over a gnome, what would it look like? And so that's where the idea came up from.
Pre-planned the idea, awesome.
Yeah.
Unintentionally.
Well, we had the idea of Rachel and Jamie fighting over the gnome, and then we just kind of spent a couple hours like going through the story, like how to make it
all work.
Make it work, especially with the within the using the elements of the project with the quotes and whatnot.
Sure. Engerlbert, is he really part of the family for 80 years? Which family? What's the story there?
We bought him the morning of.
Yes, that's true.
It was funny because Adam and Jamie were like, you're going to film a movie about gnomes, but you have no gnome. Because where are you going to get the gnome from?
So, wait, you got this whole like internet sensation going on about this gnome that's like been a part of your family, and it's all a hoax.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we just, it kind of took on a life of its own, and then with the riddle part, or not the riddle, the curveball, we just kind of I didn't think about it very much. It just kind of happened, and so.
Okay, I feel a little
Sorry.
heartbroken. It's okay.
We can cut this part of the interview, right?
That's hilarious. So, where exactly did you get Engerlbert?
Craft Warehouse.
Yeah,
Craft Warehouse.
Yeah, in Vancouver, Washington.
Vancouver,
We were on we were checking what like stores might possibly have a gnome, and we were like running through, and it was like because we're on a time, time crunch.
Yeah.
So, and he just happened. I was running in the store, and I just kind of cut him my eye. I'm like, whoa, stop! And he was right there, staring me in the face, and I was like, there he is. And then Engerlbert just kind of happened, like Engerlbert, there he is. All right. So,
That's like a special name, but okay.
no, sorry.
So I want to know your workflow over the 48 hours. Like, how late did you work into the first night, second night? Like, how much did you spend on planning, filming, editing, in that kind of a sense?
Yeah, well, it helped.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say you obviously went shopping first.
We did go shopping first. I just think doing the project last year helped so much in being able to prepare and know how to use our time in a better way. And I think we did that. We had a much more efficient use of time this go around. And so first we came up with the idea. We got back at about 6:30 from the meeting, talked about the idea for a couple hours. I wrote the story until about 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
When I finished everything, then we woke up. We slept because we felt pretty good about it. I wrote it in a way that was easy to film, easy to edit, hopefully. We woke up about 9 o'clock in the morning, probably slept in a little too long. Drove to Vancouver to find this guy.
Wow.
Then we started shooting about 11 a.m. And we shot until about
Late.
late
Like
7 or 8,
Yeah.
somewhere in there, and then edited it between 8 and 4 in the morning, I think. So, and then it took. We had some rendering issues too, and that took a while. But we were done about 2 o'clock on Sunday, I think, and had a nice cushion time to turn it in.
Yeah, because last year when we filmed, we were filming Friday night, all day Saturday, and then we were still filming at 4 o'clock on Sunday.
I'm not smile louder. I was just wondering if the audience going to pick you up. You're so soft.
We were still filming at 4 o'clock on Sunday last year. So, I mean, it was pretty impressive that we did the majority of the filming in one day this year. So I definitely think doing it once before helped a lot.
Yeah.
So.
Jamie, do you have anything to add to that?
No.
You weren't a part of it last year, were you?
I was.
You were, so you're the people
Yeah.
She had a cameo in there.
cameo appearance by Jamie.
I did a lot more than that though, behind the scenes stuff,
But she said she wants to enter contract for next year. She cannot die. Her character cannot die.
I can't die again.
I think it should be in my contract next year that I'm not accused of murder or having killed anybody because that's happened the last 2 years. So
That's pretty much who she is now.
That's a typecast thing.
Yeah.
some typecast.
No, last year. I thought you guys had the funniest line in all the entire showcase last year's when you pulled the whipped creams out. I don't know what he had planned. I'm sure glad he did. Anyway, that was my favorite part.
I think that was ad-libbing too.
Yeah. William makes us do a lot of ad-libbing. He doesn't actually write a script. So
Storyboarding it more.
he storyboards, and then he'll give you a couple ideas for lines, and then he's like, go. And you're like, okay. So,
What are you going to do?
yeah.
It's fun to happen naturally.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. I like- Let's see here. The equipment you used. I wanted to talk about that. I saw that your stabilizer must have been a homemade thing. You can talk about that
Yes.
if you want
Well, yeah, on the poster for the 40 Out Film project, it says use your iPhone. And so I said, okay, I'll use my iPhone. And I actually did a lot of research, and people are using iPhones for a lot these days, and it's it's a pretty good quality now. So we went with that. I made a PVC stabilizer, just do-it-yourself stabilizer, and it works pretty well. But the audio wasn't very good, so we ended up using. After we shot the first couple of shots, we went and checked out the editing program. We're so then we used Adam's Canon camcorder. It had better audio, so we ended up using a mixture of both the iPhone and the Canon Canon camcorder. And so I think you can kind of tell in the editing, I can because we edited it, but there's a little bit of difference. They didn't.
I knew there was 2 different cameras being used.
Yeah, it wasn't.
I didn't know it was an iPhone.
The iPhone. I think iPhone did really well, but if we didn't have an external microphone on the set. I had one, but I didn't want to take the chance of the editing taking too long, syncing it up, and so I haven't done that yet, so I couldn't risk it for this project. So we just kind of went with the audio, and it's not as great as it could be, but luckily quality isn't the number one criteria for winning.
No, it was really awesome. I was seriously like, yes, when I saw that you guys won, because I knew that you didn't have the fanciest equipment that some of these other teams did, yet you still beat them. So
Yeah.
so I was kind of happy. It was in the
It felt
spirit
good.
of it. Yeah. And you even brought Engelbert. Gnome. What
He goes
Whatever,
with
he's fake. I'm sad now.
He goes everywhere.
Yeah, pretty much.
He's literally been in our van since the film festival, and we've taken him quite a
Every-
few places so far.
We got
We're
some weird
going.
looks. Yeah.
Somewhere like-
Yeah.
Trying to remember what are some of the other questions I had on that list. I had like 10 of them, didn't I?
He'd asked about the riddle.
Oh yeah, the riddle. So yeah, this year we threw in actions, riddle, and a curve. The riddle. How'd you figure it out? Did you know beforehand? What was the story there with that?
Well, the riddle, first of all, at the meeting, I was like, there is no idea. I've asked Kathleen, I asked some of the other members, I'm like, do you guys have any idea what this riddle is? Because I do not know. And I thought, so I had no idea, and I left that, because we were in Stevenson, so I left Hood River, the center of the arts, thinking, it had to be there. The answer is in the center of the arts. That's what I was thinking the whole time. There must have been, some picture, because the riddle says, a hint was, where it's at, if you see it. So,
Yeah.
we're probably there already. So that's what I was expecting. I texted the riddle to Rachel on my drive to Stevenson. Well, before I wasn't driving, texting, but before,
Oh my.
obviously. And when I got home, she already knew the answer.
I got the text, and I was like, that's easy. And I wanted to call him and be like, you don't get it. It's contract. You steal a letter from the word contact, and you get contract. A pirate steals the letter R.
Yes, the
And
R was the key. But then, so we pulled up the contract and looked at it, and word for word, and eventually we hit it. I felt bad because last year I actually read the whole contract. This year I felt I didn't need to, so
Yeah.
I should have probably.
Yeah, 'cause he got home, and I was like, of course it's going to be in the contract, because who reads the contract?
Yes. So. But no, I was actually surprised. I was kind of thinking that there might be a team that wouldn't get it, but I think everyone
got it.
So,
Yeah.
It was impressive.
That was good. I was happy that it stumbled people up for a little bit, but it wasn't too bad, and everyone got it.
Luckily,
So
we
I
have
was happy with
teams
it.
too, because I would never got it. But yes.
So, but then, yeah, you have the curveball. Were you stressing about it? Were you...
Very stressed about it because we had started editing and we hadn't got the curveball yet. I was like, our movie's finished.
Yeah.
How can I possibly add something in there? So I felt a little bit relieved that it could be.
Sorry.
Oh.
There's a mosquito on her. I had to get it. I think I missed.
Where do you work?
Don't you
again?
worry. I will
Yeah,
get
where
it if
do
it
you
comes
work,
back.
Rachel?
I can give you a protection order.
But
How are we doing on the time, by the way? I'm sorry. Time out.
cut up.
There was a mosquito on me.